Thank you for tuning in. You have tuned into the Double RT Boxing Show. And what is the Double RT Boxing Show? It is the boxing rehab for us boxing junkies, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. I am your host, Mr.A, and this is a fight recap of the cruiserweight title bout, the WBA title bout. Arsen Goulamirian. Now, in the fight prediction recap breakdown, I said he would get a split decision over Constantine Bejenaru. Now, a few comments. People left some comments. Now, I'm surprised that video, got as many views as it did. It's almost like this is just a breakdown prediction. I'm pretty sure a lot of it were people looking for the fight on YouTube. I just clicked on my shit, even though it doesn't look like a fight, but it still clicked on it. I'm pretty sure that was a lot of it. But the video is like 924, and I got 9 thumb reactions, 5 down, 4 up. Someone give me the 10th one. I don't care what it is. Just someone give me a 10th. Now, in that prediction, split decision was the answer. I thought Goulamirian would have a hard time with the hand speed and foot speed of Bejenaru in the first half of the fight, and for the most part, I think he did. I thought he was troublesome, but I didn't think Goulamirian would walk him down as easy as he did. Now, I'm not sure if it was all Arsen doing his thing, or does Bejenaru just waste too much energy, especially against a hawker like Arsen, who's just gonna hawk you down. Because I said, with that hand speed, he was firing combinations that was getting through to Arsen. And what I noticed about Bejenaru, he fought like that one guy, Nikitin. He fought like Nikitin. Like, they throw combinations just to throw him. Like, another reference was Charlo versus Harrison 2. They were kind of commenting on Charlo's throwing. It seemed like he was just throwing combinations, not really aiming his combinations, but throwing what he was trained to do, robotically engineered to do, I guess. Just left right hook or left right hook. And it seemed like the homeboy Bejenaru, he was throwing the same combinations because that's what he's been just over years trained to do. Like, he wasn't aiming it on Arsen, just throwing it, then throw it again to keep Arsen or just to land. I don't think he was. It didn't look like he was quite placing his combinations, and I think that hurt him a lot because in the beginning of the rounds, I think he could have done. He could have applied more damage to Arsen, I think, because with the combinations that he was, with the energy he was fresh and punching with, that was landing on Arsen, I think he could have done more damage. But Arsen slowly applied that. Damn, I can't think of his name now. Sanchez. Is the trainer's name Sanchez? Damn, I just had a straight mind blank, and the trainer went blank on me. Abel Sanchez. He just he applied that Abel Sanchez that blueprint. He applied it, and you can't say that Arsen. Like I said, in the predictions, we said, when the show was created 2 years ago, we followed Arsen, and he's getting there. He's rough as fuck. Like I said, you could criticize him for being a champion all you want. This is a guy who got bumped up twice to become champion, not because he was rubbing balls with the politicians or anything. He was just fucking the champions before him fucked up. The regular champion, Beterbiev, whatever, he got dicked over by Don King, with not hosting a fight for that belt. He was supposed to fight someone. Don King screwed him over the purse bid, the negotiation money, so they took his belt away. Arsen got bumped up to the regular. Then there's supposed to be Dennis Lebenev, who was the champion in recess, because Alexander Usyk was doing his thing, and then Usyk was supposed to fight Dennis Lebenev. Usyk decides to go to heavyweight, so they make Dennis champion, the super champion. And the fact that Dennis got promoted super champion, they're like, hey, you're going to fight the regular champion, Arsen. Dennis Lebenev is supposed to fight Arsen. Hey, Dennis Lebenev doesn't want to fight, so Arsen gets bumped up again. So does he deserve to be champion? Probably not. But what is he doing? He's fucking fighting. You know, this is his second defense. He's looked. He's looking good. Like I said, he hawked him down. What I like about the setup, you know, what I like, he was just ghost like he stopped him in the ninth round, applying that jab, applying the hook. I couldn't quite pick up what Abel wanted him to do in the corner, because he kept saying like, you're throwing it straight. I want it like this. And I'm thinking he's doing that famous, you know, punch down with your knuckles. I think he wants Arsen to kind of cork his punch, his right hand. And because just like you saw Triple G hit with the two knuckles, you see Abel Sanchez fighters hit with those knuckles. Like you see Gassif does it. And I'm just wondering if that's what he's trying to get. And that's all he kept saying. Again, like we said, just like we said in the breakdown prediction, Arsen's gonna take a while for the first 4 or 5 rounds, because this hand speed's gonna be getting to him. But he's gonna start working them. Abel Sanchez is gonna be telling him, "We need more. We need more. You're not doing this. I need more punches." Abel Sanchez, like I said, he gets a lot of shame and everything, but I like what he's doing with. I like what he's doing with Arsen. You know, you saw the hawk down, you saw the high guard walk him down, jab himself, and you said that Arsen does a pretty good job. He's getting better. Abel Sanchez is always getting on him, getting on him. He wants himself to jab more in, hard jabs, and then throw the left hook off the jab. And Arsen, even though he's still there thinking about it, he walked homeboy down pretty good. You know, he high guarded, took his punches. He's pretty good at the waist move. He was slipping a lot of his punches, slipping in and countering. So this, even though it was the same old Arsen, I saw him moving faster. He wasn't. His punching is still. Abel was picking like, dude, throw your right hand, throw your fucking right hand, dude. Just trust me. Like, was there an injury we don't know about, and you know, Arsen was a little hesitant to pull the trigger? Could be that, because Abel was telling him, man, you, like I said, for those who didn't see the fight on YouTube or somehow watched a different version of it, Abel Sanchez is in the corner. Like, man, you need to throw that right hand. Trust me, throw it. So like I said, I don't know if he wants to throw it in the different, with the knuckles, the different format he was talking about, or is he saying like, hey, throw it, have faith in it? Like I said, was there? I'm pretty sure he's. I don't think it was an injury, or if it was, they held it in camp, didn't say nothing, or saying the knuckle way. But you know, like, he walked him down, got him tired, and I didn't see Gassif get. I mean, not Gassif. I didn't see Arsen look as tired as I thought he was. You know, I thought Bejenaru will press the action and make him tired with all the punching, but the fact that for all that punching there was still no body shot from Bejenaru, and he just wasted a lot of energy getting himself tired, all that movement. But it was working for him. But those fighters always get caught in the end. They just move too much. And I love the way Arsen set it up. He kind of like just ghost a 1-2, and that got Bejenaru to bite on something. He just bow 1-2 with a left hook that fucking really connected and just floored him. Got up. He fought pretty decent for the next like 30-40 seconds, defending himself. He didn't get knocked out, but did they stop the fight? I don't think there was a towel thrown in. I think they stopped it in the corner. Now, good fight, definitely good fight. Arsen is definitely a late finisher. You got to worry on that. Because a lot of fighters, some fighters will get into the mind state of just, hey, that's survival. and I finish it. You know what I mean? I finish the fight, go 12, and fighters will be satisfied with it. And there's some opponents out there who, since you're going into survival mode and be satisfied with that, Arsen's getting all his finishes in the 9th, 10th, 11th rounds. I'm like, fuck. This guy is used to knocking people out in those rounds. And if he sees you trying to survive, you're like food for him. So that's gonna be a dangerous. People are gonna have to finish 12 rounds with Arsen. This motherfucker knocks you out in the late rounds. That's where he's the best at. So that's a dangerous sign to come. And in the future, Betabu Shiminov, that's the guy who got fucked over by Don King. He's the regular champion again. It beats him off Shiminov. After all that layoff, he came back, got a belt, got screwed over. But anyway, could that be a match for Goulamirian, the regular? The gold champion, I recognize the name. I checked him out. He looks solid. Alexei Igorov. He looks like he'll present a problem to Goulamirian because he believes in his hands more. He lets his hands throw. That'd be a crazy fight because I think he lets his hands fly like the guy he just fought, Bejenaru, but he has the power that Goulamirian won't be able to just take. That's what you know. So him and Alexi would be a good fight. Him and the gold champion. What's next out there for him? Perhaps a rematch with Ryan Murray. Now that before that was for interim. Now this is actually for a title shot. As Ryan Murray, who is an interim champion himself now, tries to get redemption in that rematch and become champion. Number two is the franchise champion for all you new viewers. The franchise champion of the Double RT Boxing Show, Lawrence Okoli. He's at number 2 at the WBA. So I would definitely love to see that fight. But Lawrence Okoli might getting that he might be granted that shot by the WBO with Golovkin. So that's a whole thing. You gotta know what's going on over there. Number 3, Yuri Konechny. He just lost to Finfer. Ferrat. Number 4, Arslan Ferrat, Arslan and Kevin Lorana. Number 5, they're going at it in May. So that leaves Richard. That leaves like the bottom half now. Like, who else is going to get this title shot? You know, he's going to need a mandatory. Is it going to be a rematch between Ryan Murray, or is he going to pass that by, be cool with the intern for a while? 2, Okoli. 3, Yuri, which he might not be 3 anymore. Like I said, he just got knocked out like a couple months ago by Finfer, who lost to Tabiti, who's number 12. So number 6 is Richard Rappaport. Will he take a title shot? I don't know who number 7 is. Raphael Murphy. Number 8, good old Mike Wilson, right here from Anaheim, California. Number 9, Henry Cecilo, an older cat maybe, but considering he was just knocked out by Ryan Murray, why would, what kind of look would that be for a champion? Number 10, he just fought number 10, Bejenaru. Number 11, the young kid from Australia, Apatai. Knock him out while he's young, but fuck, man, you might get upset it. But that's a good fight. It'd be a good money fight for him right now. I think if he was to fight that kid over in Australia, I think that'd be a nice little payday for him. Actually, I think that'd be a good little pick. I think that kid would bring a nice fight. And maybe fuck, do we dare say put Jeff Horn on that card? Shit. Put a Maloney brother on that card, but they're fucking ESPN now. But anyway, you got number 12, Andrew Tabiti, 13th, Krzysztof Wodowski. So I don't even know if they'll give Arslan a chance. They might think of that as too risky. I don't know. Number 14, Jurgen Yedija. I looked them up. He's some young cat, 22-year-old. And Muhammad Farkan, some Malaysian cats, like young records, 11-0. So I don't see. Fuck it, it's a ranked fighter, right? So it might just knock one of those guys out. But like I said, and seriously, I don't see him fighting like. You see what the top 5 for him is seriously though, and a serious. Who is Goulamirian going to fight next? Number 1 is the rematch of Ryan Murray. So perhaps, it might just overall be that rematch. Number 2, Lawrence Okoli, which I'm hoping for. But he has this thing going on with the WBO. Number 3, Yuri Kanishki, just got knocked out. Number 4 is fighting number 5 in February. And then number 6, Richard Rackmore and Rafael Murray, Mike Wilson. From there, just who's going to get this shot if it's not. I don't think it's going to be Betzbu Shiminov. I don't think he's going to get a shot. And Alexei Igorov, that'd be a hell of a shot, man. That'd be Alexei and Murray would be a great fucking fight, and then the winner of that fight fights Arsen. You know, that'd be hot. But really, I don't know what's out there next for Arsen, but competition is only gonna get if from those opponents I named in the top 5, if Lorena defeats Arslan, which I think he should, I'd be surprised if Farhat upsets Kevin in that fight. Holy shit! Now I'm thinking Kevin defeats that Arslan. Kevin, Lawrence, and Alexei. That's 3 good fights for Goulamirian. 3 good fights that I think could possibly defeat him. So it's gonna be a nice. And then you got unification, man. We didn't even talk about fucking unifications for this cat. We didn't even talk about unification. Damn, Arsen, like I said, he got bumped up twice, and it's like I don't know how many times he could dig to the back. He can't fall into the Tank Davis role. You know what I mean? Like, dude, you're a champion. Who the fuck are you fighting? Cool. You got bumped into a champion. Your first defense was number. What was homeboy's? He's not even ranked anymore, but the Australian cat. I can't even think of his fucking name right now. Before he defeated him, he could go back into Australia, fight Apitai. You know the Australian fan base knows who you are. You defeated one of their own. You go back to that country, they're gonna want some revenge on you. People love to root against you, so that's a good fight for him. I think as a champion, he's a worldwide fighter. Um, I hope his team does that. That'd be a good fight for him. Like I said, the WBC unification is vacant. Breedis is what, the diamond. The Who was the WBC belt? Was it just Usyk and he gave it up and no one got it back? So it's still out there empty. Goulamirian is the WBA. The KO Doctor is the IBF. And Ruslan Fayer is number 1 for the KO Doctor after coming off that knockout of Kinishki. Number 3 and 4, Lorena and Arsen for the IBF is fighting each other. Number 5, Okoli. So number 6, the Australian kid. So all these people are in positions, and who knows, are they going to give up their positioning to take a fight they don't feel confident? Do they feel confident they could beat Arsen? Hey, it's for a fucking belt. And the WBO is another vacant title. But that's where you got number 1 and number 2, Lawrence Okoli and Golovkin, who are most likely going to fight for it because the WBO stripped fucking elbowing Breedis. Marcus Breedis fucking elbowing people who got stripped for that shit. If I was a champion, if I was Arsen, I would do the fucking I would do the Lomachenko move and the Klitschko move. I want, even though it should be an Anthony Joshua move, I want to fight for that vacant title. I want to unify your number 1 guy. If I was Arsen, I would ask the WBO if I could fight Golovkin for a unification fight for the WBO belt. Instead of number 1 fighting number 2, Lawrence Okoli, I try and kick Lawrence Okoli off the picture. Let me in number 1 fight for the belt. That's what I would do. Or go to WBC and ask the same thing. Makabu. I don't know who won the fight between him and fucking that high-end Russian. I don't know who won that fight, but fuck it. Maybe they're too fucked up to fight. Hey, I'll fight number 2 for the belt. Shit. Let me. Or if I probably fight Breeders, the Diamond Champion. But fuck off. I don't know. I'm not too. I think Breeders is a little. You know, maybe I'm catching him at the twilight of his career. I don't know, but from the time I've discovered Breeders, I'm not. He's nice, but I think he's beatable. I think he's very beatable. I think he moves too much, and I think he's and when he's not moving and not wasting his energy, I think you could hit him. So that is we just rambling here on the Double RT Boxing Show. Why? Because the ready talk boxing. That's what we do. The boxing rehab. We itch to scratch. What's your drugs? Cruiserweights. Get your ass on here. Sign in at the front desk, and see you right here on the Double RT Boxing Show. Thank you.